Um, Today I'm going to be making all different kinds of things and doing all different things with texture paste and magicals and paints and stencils. So what I'm going to do, instead of like doing one whole continuous video, because it does get boring, I'm going to do little bits, turn the camera off, do little bits, turn the camera off, and then I'll put it all together at the end so you can see different techniques and different bits and pieces of what I do without having all the boring stuff. Okay, I hope you enjoy. Okay, I've showed you quite a few different ways with backgrounds and everything to make all this. I was showing you on here putting the Tim Holtz dolls on, so that's what you can do. There's lots of different ways. I've turned my other ones that I made yesterday, this is without the mixed media and the paint, but I've turned them into tags up the top, and that's just magazines and bits and pieces and things I've added collage. So it's a good way, and they're still book pages and they're still coffee and tea stained on the back. So these, what you can do is write on the back, put some paper on the back, put an index card on the back. This is once again my mop-up card starting, and this one, the mop-up cards starting from all the stuff I've used, and I put them in flow journals, as you would have seen on the video the other day. But yeah, so it's all kind of backgrounds. Now this, I bought this cheaply on eBay. This is called, I think it's called a cut and release paper. You put it in your die cuts. Don't know, but it's awesome for crunchy. It's awesome for, it's like the Tim Holtz tissue, Tim Holtz paper, but it's a lot, hang on, a lot. These are the Tim Holtz ones. This is like a tissue, but this doesn't like wet medium very much. It doesn't, I don't think it takes, hang on, I'll just rip a bit and have a look. So that's, you can get, I can get this on eBay because I'm not in America and I can't buy it, but that's what it is, the tissue plain. It takes washi. I don't know if it takes his pens. Yeah, well, to a degree it takes them. I don't know if it takes his distress crayons. Oh yeah, they work beautifully. Yes, distress. Yeah, they all his products work well on it. I don't know if it accepts paint. We'll have a bit of a go at paint. These, of course, Dina Wakley paints. Oh yeah, it takes paint. Oh yeah, look at this. So it takes the Tim Holtz crayons, the Tim Holtz distress markers, the Dina Wakley paint. That's quite good. Oh, it comes off, but I think if you dried it. Use a dryer. Oh, it's come up beautiful. Okay. So that's that one. So that could go on there on a sheet. I might try that next time. This is the Tim Holtz Ideology, the tissue paper. Which one's this one? This is the tissue wrap. Don't know. That comes out like your grad wrap. Right, so to me, this is more of a tissue-y. This is like $18, $19 a roll. Well, that's what I pay here in Australia. I don't know how much you get it for in America or England. So that's more of a, you can hear by the, so this is more, I don't know. I think they're both quite good. Let's just have a look here. So let's try them again. So I'll use the Tim Holtz, the distress marker. Oh yeah, perfect. And I'll use the Tim Holtz cracked pistachio crayon. Oh yeah, so that spreads around well. As you can see, it's not as bright on this paper as it was on the other. So let's have a look at the paint. I'll just use my card to mop up the excess. Oh, that's pretty bright, isn't it? Okay. Oh no, hang on. Here we go. Look out. The Dina Wakley paints are coming through, so be careful of that. if you're going to use the Dina Wakley paints on this paper, they come through. Maybe that was because I used a lot. I should have just used, wait a minute, let's have a look. If I just put a bit down, oh, let's rub it on this time instead of splattering it on. No, once again, she's coming through. It's coming through. So if you're going to use, I wouldn't use paints on it. Full stop. Okay. So I'd use the Distress and the crayons. That's about all. I don't know. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at the Distress. Ooh, the Distress ink. Yep, that's come through as well. Quite good. That's. Yeah, no, that hasn't come through. So virtually it's only the paints that are coming through, so don't use paints on it if you want to. But what I mean is if you want to see that on top of there, on top of one of these. So they're both good. Like I said, the Tim Holtz ones are very expensive, but this one was $2.99, I think. So it's your choice. This one's a lot more crunchy. I'll put this in journals, junk journals, flow journals, to give the books that extra crunch. So, yes, so I'll keep that one. I'll throw away because I don't want the paint. So yeah, so the others, and these fine stamping on here, I mean, I need to go around the edges, of course, or I can go around the edges with the Distress marker. Oh my god, my cat. Olive, get off the clothes dryer. Oh, I've got tea stained paper drying and she's walking all over it. The backgrounds on these are just supposed to be subtle. Like the ladies are supposed to be subtle because it's all about the background, because things go on top of it and we don't, well, I don't personally. I just like a very subtle background. If it all depends what I'm going to put on it. So if I'm going to put, once again, if I'm going to put once again some ladies, different bits and pieces, or this charming beautiful man on here, and then I'm going to use some words. We don't want a massive background, right? We just want a subtle background. But this one here, this is rather a loud background. So if I'm going to have a loud background like that, I'm obviously going to put something on it to cover it. Not cover it, but to, I mean, I might, where are we? Scissors. God, I've got that much mess on my desk. So I'm going to put something like this on there. I'm going to trim it down, and then what am I going to do? I'm going, oh dear, oh my god, you haven't seen the state of my desk at the moment. I'm going to, what's another thing? Corner trimmer. This one is, I've had for years, it's playing up, but I've just ordered one from Hong Kong for $1, so we'll see how that goes. It might work out and it might not. I know someone was asking on a channel that I'm in, I think it was Junk Journal Junkies 1, I think, Sherry Cox's channel, about handheld sewing machines. I think it was that channel, either that or Junk Journals. I'm only on a couple, so I bought a I can't reach it now, but I bought a handheld $2 sewing machine from China, Hong Kong on eBay for $2, and it works fine. I've had no problems with it. So, but there you go. So now that would tone that down. So I wouldn't do a loud background like this for that. I think that's a bit big. So that is how I'd present that one if I had a loud background. So they're all different. I mean, this one here, I'll get some tickets or bits and pieces to put on it, some book page maybe, or a bit of muslin and different things on it. That's fairly subtle. So they're just the different backgrounds I've done. I'm trying to bring videos that I can show you how to use things and how to do things. Not everyone's going to like it, not everybody's going to want to do it, but I know that my friends that I care about sometimes struggle, and I like to be able to help them with what knowledge I have. like I said, whether it's anyone else's knowledge, I don't know, but as long as it helps my friends, these videos help, then I'm quite happy to do it. And I'm not an expert and I'm not the best crafter in the world or anything, but to help my friends, I try and show them what I do. I get lots and lots of messages asking how I do things from people, from friends, from strangers, from Insta, from Facebook. So I thought, well, why not? I mean, I've got the time to sit here and do these videos, and if they can help someone, just one person, well, then I'm glad. So I hope this has helped people today, that with some backgrounds. A lot of people watch things and buy stuff for the latest craze, like the scribble sticks, the Nuvo drops, all of the different bits and pieces, and then they don't have any idea how to use them. So I try to help, and if that can, like I said, can help one person, great. So I'll do another video, but like I said, I'll patch them all together. I'll talk at the beginning and the end, so you don't have to listen to me dribble on, and I'll put the music on in between so you can just watch. Once again, any questions, personal message me. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, on my own name. I've got Abby and Albert's Scrapping Shack on Facebook, where I put all my work that goes onto Etsy. All these will end up on Etsy. I sell cheap because I know people don't have a lot of money to waste on craft. By the sales we're getting and the multiple selling we're doing, obviously my craft is cheap and good enough for people to buy, so they'll all go on there. So thank you once again, and like I said, if there's any questions, just go to any of my pages or personal message me and ask. I'm open to all questions. Thank you. Bye.